lovelies, and welcome to today's video. I did a quick outfit change. I just filmed my week 7 pregnancy update. If you guys didn't watch that, you can pause today's video and go watch that, as I have it linked up in the iCard for you to see here. I'm filming these videos back to back because I didn't have time to film last weekend, but I did keep notes, very detailed notes each week. And once you guys see this video, which is my week 8 pregnancy update, you will be completely caught up to real time. I'm currently in my 9th week of pregnancy, and let me tell you, I feel like I'm barely holding it together right now. This morning was rough, I'll just say that. So if you guys haven't hit that subscribe button, you will definitely want to subscribe to my channel so you can keep updated with everything that I have coming out very, very soon for you guys. The red subscribe button is down below, so make sure you hit it before you leave today's video. Last week I talked to you guys about some of the pelvic pain and weightedness I was feeling, like in my uterus area, and how I had started wearing a support band because of that feeling. Now it's happening so much that I'm having like lower back pain, which is relatively common for me because of things that have happened in the past. So it's not completely like something I've never experienced before. Also related to my lower back, right after I gave birth to Kala, I was having this extremely weird sensation where I would lift her and then my legs would go out completely. And that started to happen again in week 8 of pregnancy. I actually went to physical therapy for weeks after having that happen for several instances, and there was never like a pinpointed reason. There were some theories because, again, I have quite a bit of medical history, and overall we got to a point where we thought maybe the pregnancy and like breastfeeding hormones were encouraging some sort of extra reaction in my lower back that I wasn't typically having prior to. Something that my physical therapist told me that I thought was really interesting was that hormones related to breastfeeding can actually be found in your system up to 18 months after you stop breastfeeding. So a lot of times people are like, oh, my hormones, and they don't realize maybe how much of an impact your hormones actually have on your system and for how long they can affect your system and your body and the way your body works. And eventually it just went away. Now it's kind of interesting to me that here I am pregnant again, and I'm experiencing it a little bit in this 8th week. I will say now that I'm into my 9th week, I haven't had it happen again. So there were only a couple times on a couple different days in my 8th week where it happened, and I immediately like reverted back to some of the techniques that my physical therapist and I went through, and that seemed to like put it to bed again. Another really random thing that I've noticed in the 8th week of pregnancy is hair growth. I've had what I would say a noticeable increase in hair growth. And I think the reason why I'm also aware of it is because I have mentioned in the past when I was pregnant with Kala that my hair and my skin were like the best they've ever been. When I was pregnant with her, people literally told me, even all the way up till the end, that I was glowing and that I looked so beautiful. And they just didn't typically see that from a woman who was like pregnant in the summer. And I felt that way. Like I felt so beautiful and good, and like my skin was clear, my hair was so nice. And then this time around, I will shave my legs and get out of the shower and they're hairy again. So, you know, pros and cons. I don't really know what the pros are of that, but I'm sure there's some. I told you guys in last week's video that I was having trouble getting comfortable at night to go to sleep. I was already experiencing some pregnancy insomnia, and that has kept up. I would say it's not as bad, the part where you're trying to get comfortable. I can get comfortable a little bit easier this past week of pregnancy, but now I am waking up 3 times a night to go to the bathroom already. And I'm sure that there's a ton of different factors that play into that. One of them I know is that I have seriously not been able to get enough water, and because I'm so busy during the day, like it's harder to get it in during the day. So at nighttime, I kind of like replenish quite a bit, and I need to focus more on drinking as much as I can during the day as consistently as possible, rather than getting myself dehydrated or letting myself get a little bit dehydrated and then getting to the end of the night and overcompensating on the water and then having to get up so many times at night to go to the bathroom. So obviously that again plays into why I feel so fatigued. I still feel very fatigued. I will say now that I'm into my 9th week that is improving. I'm trying not to do too much comparison because I'm actually in my 9th week, as I've mentioned previously, currently, and I'm doing the week 8 update for you guys. So I'm trying not to spill too much about week 9. But it's just interesting. Like, I didn't think I was going to be experiencing this many different symptoms each week, but it really is so different every single week. It's crazy. So in week 8, I was actually experiencing days where I was so fatigued. I would wake up, go get Kala, she'd come into our bedroom and sit in our bed and watch my iPad while I would go downstairs, barely capable of going downstairs, get like water for myself. I would get her breakfast, I'd bring it back upstairs, and I would let her eat breakfast in our bed because I needed to just lay there. Like, I just needed to lay there. That's how fatigued, over the top fatigued I felt in week 8. And just like some of the extreme fatigue, I have felt even more extreme nausea in week 8. Again, I think I've mentioned this already, but I never actually get sick, which is one pro, I guess you could consider, of that trait. But I have been basically debilitatingly nauseous. There again have been several days where I cannot get out of bed. I cannot walk around. Otherwise, I will feel so incredibly overwhelmed throughout my entire body from extreme nausea. I have found a couple things that have helped with that. So again, as I've mentioned previously, I will be putting together a nausea tips, tricks, and hacks, especially for the first trimester video. So again, if you guys haven't subscribed, you will definitely want to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you guys know when that video goes live. The last thing, which is the most exciting thing, is, I kid you not, you guys, I have felt the smallest flutters in my lower abdomen. And I know that that sounds crazy, and all of the research that I've done online says like you really can't feel them until you're at least 13 weeks, and then even it's crazy if you do. But in the forums where you're hearing like real life examples from people who have been pregnant, who have had multiple pregnancies, and in those forums you will see women say 8 weeks, 9 weeks is when they're starting to feel their baby move. I think one of the reasons I know that I'm feeling that is because it's different than anything else, and it's in a different area than like gas or like a rumbly tummy. And with this being my second pregnancy, I feel definitely more attuned to my body, especially coming off of like 6 months of trying to conceive and just really absorbing as much as I could from my own environment, like what was happening inside of my body. I can definitely say that I have felt the baby move, and it is the weirdest thing. I don't know, do you ever get used to that feeling? Like, so that is where I'm going to leave us for week 8 of my pregnancy updates. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know, when was the first time that you guys felt your baby? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys and continue to connect. Give this video a thumbs up if you are excited to finally be caught up after watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.